Storm mode is a management tool to manage disaster response as well as just everyday storm response if we need. First and foremost, storm mode is set up to handle different storms. So I'm going to look at Hurricane Delta, which was a big one that hit us. So we're going to be looking at the data from there. So storm mode was made as a management tool for managers and foremen to be able to take jobs and assign them out to different people or to different crews. We could actually start in the new requests area. So a dispatcher would be on this page. They could see all the jobs that are currently around the town, but they would put in a caller name and their number and a location, and it autofills their location. It finds it on the map, and they can set a marker. So they could select which issue it is. So let's say there's a home flooding, and we can select if there needs to be electrical clearance, and these are our electrical companies around. They could type in notes and submit a request. So the request has been submitted, and so now you can see this home flooding thing. So right here, you can see it has an orange star, which represents that it has not been assigned to anybody. And so this assign requests turns red whenever there's something to assign. So a manager or a foreman could come to here, could click on this and assign it out to anybody that they can see. So this would be anybody who is underneath them. They could assign it out. Let's assign it out to Brian Smith. And so now on Brian's My Jobs tab, he would have this show up. So this signifies that there's a home flooding, that there's electrical clearance needed. He could come into here. You can see some of the details about it, when it was submitted, and he can change saving notes. He can clear the electrical hold as soon as the electrical company fixes it, then submit whether he's working or whether he's completed it. So say he's working on it, it'll show up as a work in progress. The electrical clearance has been cleared. He can then change it to completed as soon as he completes it. And then you have some details that show when it was submitted, when it was started working on it and completed. And so we now know that this job was completed on this map. So yeah, so this is used to organize all of our different foremen working in different areas around the city, as well as their crews and all the different types of issues that are going on. You can also see your workers, and we have a notification system that if we have, a storm comes in and last minute we want to pull in absolutely everybody for overtime, we can come in here and notify them, and that will send an email to that person, which it can immediately log them in. And so it'll log them into here and they can see their jobs and they know where to go. We also put together a read-only map for all of our elected officials and communications team, so they can see what's going on, see the status of things, but not really be able to affect anything. They can see kind of the same issues and the statuses of them, as well as a list of them. A few more of these are a little more specialized. We took some of these issues and sorted them out into coulee debris. Our drainage department is also very interested in clearing out our coulees, not just our roadways. We had teams that actually went and walked in the coulees to find this debris. And then actually all the purple ones you see in here were specially designated for contractors. So they could come in here, sort this, and label it as one we're going to complete in-house or one we're going to give to a contractor. And so we were then able to make a contractor map, which contractors could then come in, look at this map. I think they just wanted it exported actually, but they could look at this map, click on it, see an exact location, a job identification, any pictures that we have associated with it, the whole 9 yards. And then we also have the brand new Twitter request. So basically we use the Twitter API to search for specific hashtags. So right now there are two hashtags, storm mode testing and storm mode Lafayette, that will both show up in here if anybody uses them. So if this had just shown up in the middle of a storm, we can do three things. We can hide it. We could also acknowledge the tweet. It now has an acknowledged time, and it actually sends out a tweet back to this particular user. Now that it's been acknowledged, they can make a request, and it's got kind of the same screen that our dispatchers had on the main page. So they can submit a request, just like in the main new requests tab.